Okay, you guys, we need to talk because the drama happening with PUBG right now is, wow, it's a total meltdown. We're talking secret AI plans, a whole community up in arms, and get this, robot cops? Yeah, for real.
But before we dive in, I gotta ask you something. Just picture this. You wake up, you're hyped to play some CS2, you log in, and bam, it's a third-person game. Like, you can peek over walls and everything. The whole vibe is just gone. Can you imagine the chaos? The pro scene would literally just explode, right? Okay, hang on to that, because that crazy idea, that's pretty much exactly what Krafton just did to the entire professional PUBG scene. They dropped a bombshell of an announcement, and trust me, the community is absolutely losing its mind.
All right, so real quick, let's break it down. You got FPP, first person. That's where you're seeing through your character's eyes, right? It's the hardcore pro-level way to play. Then there's TPP, third person, with the camera kind of floating over your shoulder. It's way more chill, super popular with casual players. But it's absolutely not what the competitive scene is all about. So here's the tea. Starting in 2026, Krafton is forcing all official PUBG esports to switch from FPP to TPP. And the reaction from the community, well, let's just say they're holding a funeral for the game. This comment pretty much sums it up. And you can really feel the sense of betrayal here. A ton of the hardcore players, especially from Europe and the Americas, feel like Krafton just completely ditched them. It's like they're tossing their loyal fans aside to chase after the bigger, more casual TPP crowd, mostly in Asia. And yep, there's that CS2 comparison again. For the competitive players, this move is it's just as wild as making CS2 a third-person game. It's not a small tweak. It fundamentally breaks how the game is played at a high level. So you gotta be asking, right? Why? Why on earth would they make their most dedicated fans so mad? Well, it turns out this wasn't just some random, crazy idea. Nope. It's all part of a huge and kinda secret master plan. And this plan, it has a massive price tag. We're talking about Krafton, PUBG's parent company, dropping an insane $72 million. They're making a huge pivot, betting the entire future of their company on one single thing, AI. Now, this isn't your grandma's AI, okay? We're not talking about those dumb bots that just run into walls. They're building something they call agentic AI. Basically, think of it less like a mindless bot and more like a real teammate. An AI that can actually think, plan, and act on its own. Their whole goal is to become an AI-first company by 2026. They want AI to do all the boring stuff so their human employees can just focus on being creative and making cool things. And that's where the esports change comes in. See? They're hoping to get a ton more money from all the casual players to pay for this giant AI glow-up. Okay, so a huge corporate strategy? Whatever, right? But what does this actually mean for you? Like, how is this going to change things the next time you drop into a match? Well, get ready to meet your new squad mate, who might also be your new best friend. Or maybe your worst nightmare. The first big thing we're going to see from this AI push is something called PUBG Ally. They're calling it a co-playable character, which is basically a personal AI teammate. And what this thing can do is kinda nuts. It's supposed to be able to talk with you, like actually discuss strategy. It can go get loot you ask for, revive you when you're down, and even make its own calls in a firefight. Imagine a perfect teammate who never steals your kills and never rage quits. They're saying we'll get to test it out in early 2026. But to make all this high-tech magic happen, they've got to make some room. So here's the bad news for some of you. Starting November 13th, 2025, PUBG is officially done on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Yep, they're moving to PS5 and Series X and S only, because they need that extra power for all these new updates. And they're not even stopping there. They're actually expanding the whole PUBG universe. They're working on a brand new extraction shooter called PUBG Black Budget. It's already in the works, so yeah, they are going all in. Okay, so here's another spot where that $72 million is going, and it's something we can all get behind. Fighting cheaters. Seriously, they're building a whole army of AI robot cops to hunt down hackers and clean up the game. And let's be real, cheating is a gigantic problem. Just to give you an idea, in 2025 alone, they permanently banned, wait for it, 7.81 million accounts. That is an insane number of cheaters. So here's their two-part plan to fight back. First, starting in January 2026, they're adding a secondary password to protect your account, which is smart. But step 2? This is where the AI robot cops come in. They're going to use AI to listen in on voice chat and auto-ban anyone they catch advertising cheats. Wild, right? All right, let's try to make sense of all this chaos. We've got an esports scene that's totally freaking out, a $72 million bet on AI, and AI teammates on the way. So what's the big picture here? So here's the TLDR. Krafton is basically ditching its hardcore fans to try and win over the massive casual audience. It's a huge, risky bet. They're putting all their chips on an AI-powered future. And yeah, that could mean we get awesome AI teammates and way fewer cheaters, but it also means they're kind of killing the soul of competitive PUBG to do it. And that's really the big question, isn't it? Will this AI master plan be the massive glow-up that saves PUBG and keeps it on top for years to come? Or is this the beginning of the end? Are they just selling out for a shiny new toy that might completely ruin what made the game special in the first place? Okay, so an AI teammate that actually listens? Low-key, I kind of want that. No more random stealing my loot. True, but switching esports to TPP? That's a big yikes. The pro scene is cooked. Is it cooked, or is it just cooking? Maybe this is the glow-up PUBG needed. I don't know. It feels kind of sus. What do you guys think? Is Krafton's big plan a W or a massive L? Drop a comment below.